Okay, one more quick lesson I want to give you when it comes to setting up your account correctly for your account size. The one thing you'll notice is that there's a lot of money in this account. They by default give you $100,000. And I'm a true believer that it's very important that you have your account reflect the real amount of money that you're going to trade with. Okay? So the one I'm gonna practice on my IRA one. They give you two. They give you a margin and an IRA. I'm gonna practice on this one because I already got my margin kind of the way I want it. I don't want to mess that up. So, but to teach you, I will use my IRA because this one I'm not really doing anything with it at this moment. So you see, I still have a lot of money, and one day I plan to have a lot of money, and this be real. But for now, this is too high, and you don't want to be trading on an account that has way more money than you're gonna have realistically because you're not gonna, get a handle on the buying power and what your capabilities are at where you are capital wise. So this is way too high. We need to get this down lower. So I want to teach you how to fix this number in any position that you have. You also see I have no positions in place. And the good news about paper money is that you can do tons of things, and at any moment you can say, you know what, I want to reset back to nothing, and I want to reset my money back to a new clean place, which is the benefit of doing this. Here's the bad news. Currently, to my knowledge, there is no easy way or any way to do this on the website. Like, you have to use their installed desktop application for this to work. So we need to move over to that platform. So we move over. So of course you need to go to the installer. So on your Mac, on your Windows, you have this little flower green icon. Double click on it and open the actual app. Now, in the web version, there's a toggle button to go live and paper. Unfortunately, there is no toggle to go between accounts. You have to do it at login. So just make sure that when you come here, you put the same credentials for the username and the password, and then you put live or trading. So in this case, we're trading the paper money, not live. So paper money. All right, log in. And it's going to prepare my desktop and all those things. And I'm going to show you real quick, real easy how to make things jive and be happy. So let's log in on. All right. So I'm going to move over. So this is my paper money account. So the first thing you'll get used to is when you get into your account, it's going to always want to show, that big, huge money account. So at the very, very top, you can change it to say not total all accounts. You only care about either margin or either IRA. Like, you never trade both at the same time. So I'm focusing on the IRA. In your case, you can focus on the margin. It doesn't. Yeah, so when you're doing this, do margin. I'm showing IRA only because I've already got my margin the way I want it. But the steps are exactly the same. So that's the biggest thing. They're exactly the same. All right. So when you do that, you'll notice the amount should reflect what you see on the website. You see that it's 99,000 blah blah blah, right? When you see here it's 99,000. So we're in the right place. Account IRA. In your case, it'll be margin. Great. And when you get there, you just go to the monitor tab. So not the trading tab, but the monitor tab. You can go to click on activity and positions, and then all you got to do, you look down. If you look way over here to the right, there's an adjust account button. Let's do this first. So adjust account. You'll get this little box pop up, and you just pick the account you want to change. And you would pick margin. I'm gonna pick IRA. And you see this little button that says reset all balances positions. I'm gonna click that. That's all I'm gonna do. Hit apply. And it's gonna say, are you sure you want to make everything back to zero and proceed? That's gonna reset every position. Everything's gonna get reset. So I'm gonna say okie dokie, yes. Done. And you see how it flickered, and now it's $100,000 back reset. All the positions are gone. Everything is cool. Everything is good to go. All right. And now I just need to find a way to. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to an old. Now there's another feature which don't use this adjust account. You know what? We can do adjust account. Let's do adjust account. I think this will work. So now, again, same thing. I'm going to leave it on IRA. In your case, you use margin. And I'm going to go here and see this says set cash balance to. So this time I'm going to leave this where it is. But this time I'm going to say set account cash. I'm going to change it to the amount that I want. So see how it gives you these defaults? So I'm going to start my account out at 30,000, 35,000 because I have an IRA that's currently being transferred over, and I want it to be the actual amount that's going to be in the real account. So that's all I'm going to do this time. But don't touch this reset all balances. Now we want to set the account cash, and you can do margin IRA. I'm doing IRA, and you just leave it as a positive. Just leave it. Don't put no plus or minus. Leave that number and hit apply. And see, instantly it fixed it. That's really all it is. And once you do that, you're good. Now, while we're here, I want to show you one other cool feature. Now, this one's a little bit harder to get to. You need to find where you have like an old order or old position. Right now, because we reset, there's no positions. But once you start trading, like for example, you know what? I'll do some other one. Let me switch over to my margin. I'll teach you over here. Here we go. Okay, so once you start trading, you'll start getting positions down here. See right here, there's positions. You'll start getting, when you start doing SPX and any of the other ones, you'll start getting down here. So there's a button here that does like the overall account reset. So that's the only time you use this button. But along the way, you might be like, you know what? I want to deposit. I don't want to reset everything, but I just want to minus $2,000, or I want to add $5,000. Well, the way to do that is you just go down here on any position that you've done before and right click, and there's another button called adjust cash. This is a really cool one too, because this one lets you just think of it as putting deposits or withdrawals out of the account. Like I want to withdraw money or I want to deposit money. This is a really cool way to do this. So we hit this button, you get this screen, and it shows the account that you're trying to do it on, which is whatever one you got selected. And it says dollar symbol, and then you have this little cool little plus or minus thing here. So let's say I want to add $2,000. So I'll put 2,000. And what I normally do is, to make it obvious what I'm doing, if I want to add money, I put a plus, and if I want to minus money for whatever reason, because sometimes I want to minus money, especially when I'm trying to make my accounts match the real money, I'll plus or minus a couple thousand. And all you gotta do is put plus a number. And then down here, I normally put like a reason why I'm doing this. I'm gonna say teaching family. And normally I'll put something like, adjusting for real profits or losses or whatever. Because like I like to sync this up to my real, because I got money in Robinhood, I got money in Tasty, I got money in Toss, I got stuff everywhere, and I like to use this one place to keep all my stuff. And all you gotta do is put plus or minus in front of here, put a number, and hit OK, and watch, it's gonna change. Ready? And 3, 2, 1, click, and that's it. You see how it went up $2,000? See? And there's a really cool area in here too, where we go to, I think it's account statement. You can see it keeps like a little ledger of like everything that you're doing here. And you see how like right here it put adjusting real profit loss, and it actually shows you plus or minus. So let's say I want to come back and say, oops, you know what? I want to deduct some money. Another way to do this too, you can right click on any of these. Anytime you go to like statement, you can always right click. For some reason, they only do it under profit losses. So that's why I say you got to at least do 1 or 2 transactions. But I can come here too and right click, and you still get the same thing, adjust cash. So let's say I want to minus $200. All I gotta do is put 200 minus, and just put, whatever, adjusting to teach students or whatever. And hit okie dokie. You see, look, it put an entry right here. It put the transaction, which is negative, and you see it minused. So same thing here, it minused it. That's all it is. And if you do that one thing, and you get all this the way you want it, and it looks right, you just come back over here. I'm going to do log out. I'm going to log back in. And check it out. You see paper money. And you see, remember I did the IRA one? So IRA is 35,000, and my margin one, and you see it's the right amount of account value. So that's all. I just want you to see a really convenient way. See, 5,606 for option buying power. Same thing here, 5,600. So that's exactly what we want. All right, any questions, let me know.